okay. Off your mic, it's okay. She off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube.
Thank you very much, brethren. You are welcome to the Temple of Truth tonight. And as you are joining, remember, drop your offerings. And what is your offering? Your like. That thumb up there makes that or makes this video engaged. And making it engaged means that more people will see the video and they will eventually see the message. Do that after you share the broadcasts. It don't share, it don't happen. Whether we completely agree with them or not, they are setting the template, they are setting the foothold, they are laying the foundation for what to come. Yes, Ondo State Governor signed the anti-open grazing law, but there is more. In fact, I have some good news for you this evening. Share the broadcast.
Glory Facebook. And yes, we like Glory YouTube. And yes, we like Oh, Baba Bewure. And yes, we like DJ Badi.
Share the broadcast.
Presido Barufio. And yes, we like Maiyegun ti dé.
Ibo ni iná gbówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Ayé ìṣúra.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí pa.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Ayé ìṣúra.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí
Thank
ń
you,
fi
thank you,
Maiyegun máa wí.
ayé ìṣúra.
thank you, thank you. Brian, thanks so much for your super chats. Odogu Maiyegun, I salute. Odogu Brian at the hill. Yes, there is more. Tonight, let's start first with facts from fiction, okay? Indeed, there has been issue of ban on open grazing, stop the movement of cows, roaming the street, the cities, interrupting traffic, invading farm, grazing on people's farms, leading to attacks and killings of innocent people, which has now escalated to other things, where people are being kidnapped for ransom all across Nigeria. This has prompted the locals, the people, demanding that their leaders should do something. I mean, that was what actually gave birth to the movement of Oloye Sunday Igboho. That also happened to be during the campaign for Yoruba Nation led by Ilana Omo Omo Oodua. Right. Boko Haram came, and in a country of over 250 nationalities, over 250, ethnic nationalities, Boko Haram decided to promote the Fulani invading terrorists, not even the Fulani, the local Fulani who are part of Nigeria, and they've been part of Nigeria for centuries now. He's not fighting for them, because those ones are not those who are going about claiming that the lands, every land in Nigeria belongs to them, including the oil in Bayelsa. The people trying to claim lands now that they want Ruga for, they want open grazing for, they want grazing route for, cattle colony and all this madness that has become the national conversation in Nigeria, they are not even from Nigeria. That's what they told us from the start. Now the people reacted. Ban open grazing to start with. Some said, we don't trust them. I don't trust them too. But you know, one thing is that I would rather watch them do something, even if they fail at it, right, than them doing nothing at all. We know all the shortcomings, of course, but nevertheless, some people are already having sleepless nights in the northern, their northern Nigeria. That was what gave birth to Oloye Sunday Igboho. You know the story. If it wasn't the fight for the weak, the vulnerable, the abandoned, our own people in the rural communities, the rural areas, they have become victims of incessant attacks, endless, murderous, bloody attacks from these jihadists. Oloye Sunday Igboho came into the picture. So many other people came into the picture. Then those who claim to be in power in southern Nigeria and all across Nigeria reacted, but differently. But so far, so good. The last one that actually really made headline, the one that made everybody feel like, okay, maybe something real is going to happen this time around, was when the southern governors met about 6 weeks ago or about 2 months ago. They met and they decided that they were going to ban open grazing all over southern Nigeria. Agree or no agree? They said agree. They issued press statements. We're like, okay, let's see how they were going to do it. But so far, so good. This is the result, right? If they are talking about those places where cows can roam wherever they want, whenever they want, these are the places on your screen, okay? I caught this online earlier, and it's pretty much illustrative, okay? Wherever you see red, those are the places where open grazing is currently banned, okay? So, and when you see the green area, those are the places where the House of Assembly at least are talking about it. You get what I mean now? And then you see those who have passed the second reading, those are the ones in blue. You can picture your own state in southern Nigeria there. It's pretty much easy, right? And those areas that are in black are areas where unofficially they haven't publicly banned open grazing, but they unofficially they don't allow it like that. Not that they can control anything, but the rest of the whole place in white, those are the places where cows can roam whenever they want. You know what I mean? And these are the places now ravaged by different terrorist groups who initially they told us were fighting for land, until now we realize that it was actually a jihad. A jihad that those who are their own collaborators in government continue to hide from the rest of the country while they bleed, loot, and destroy the rest of the country. Now, this is where it becomes interesting. The Yorubas who said, we would rather protect ourselves and defend ourselves, we came under attack. The Biafrans who said, we will not even be part of this at all. We would rather just be on our own. And we can protect our own borders, since Nigeria no get border, right? We can protect our borders and prevent any armed criminals from invading our land and then demanding for their own local government areas. People who speak French, who speak all these languages that we have no clue about. So they got attacked, they got killed, and they are still being killed as we speak. So that's how we got here. For those of you who might probably still be wondering, what could it be that Nigerians couldn't resolve? And now they are just demanding to just break up. Listen, don't muddle it up. Don't let us muddle it up. Bokwari and APC, Egbekegbe, the Abacha People's Congress, the Al-Qaeda People's Congress, they came to power to project one thing and one thing only: religious and ethnic supremacy, subjugation, and control over the rest of the other nationalities in that country. And yes, we have those from other parts of Nigeria, in southern Nigeria, where they indeed are collaborators as beneficiaries of those, of the what do you call, of the loot, I would say. Yes, they do have collaborators. But Bokwari came with that agenda to suppress and subject the over 200 ethnic nationalities in that place. And they think they could do it somehow. This is no longer about just the land grab and all that. It came with coloration of ethnic and religious subjugation, which is now called jihad. Something they use to deceive those they believe are also Muslims, to make them feel like they are fighting some particular war, unfinished war. And Nigeria is now the headquarters of where that can actually happen. In fact, Nigeria, that their own pictured Nigeria, is not going to be different from today's Afghanistan, just like the Holy Land, the homeland, they call it. And some people went around, they said, somebody like El Rufaya, the Kaduna little finger, he boldly came out. Immediately they grabbed power, right? He boldly came out and he told us that they offered them money, offered terrorist money. To what? To further arm themselves. And 6 years after that, many of us are now saying, are we not better off apart? And it seems to be proving to everyone every day that indeed we are going to be better off apart. But that's where some people are modeling it up. This is not something that people woke up overnight and said, we are done. Oloye Sunday Igboho said, "Eyin omo Yoruba, let us rise up and defend ourselves now. These people, with what I have seen them, with what I've seen them done to our people, it's been there. You and I have only been seeing clips. We have been seeing evidences and all of that, right? He was there. And he said, we need to rise up, protect ourselves. And when he said protect ourselves, of course, people yielded to the call. that if it's about protecting the Yoruba land, when we have the young, strong, intelligent Yoruba sons and daughters who are indeed ready, volunteered to make that happen, Yorubas responded all over the world. And that war chest, because you see, when these terrorists took over power in Nigeria, what they grabbed first was the war chest, which is the financial war chest of Nigeria. They grabbed your CBN. They could print money anytime they want. They could borrow money anytime they want. They could allocate any money as they want. They could run the country down as much as they want. But as long as they have enough money that is funnily paying for this terrorism, then nobody can stop them. You are all going to be at their mercy. But the moment they realize that, number one, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to the political correct, to those who always want to be politically correct, yeah, for their own political correctness, they will say, why can't Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB use all the money they are getting to go into politics and elect their own people just like that, yeah? Because they know that the system is rigged beyond anything that you cannot upstage it. No way, no how. Especially if your intention is to break away from Nigeria. They know. But they are not interested. They are interested in the money. Same thing happened to the Yoruba nation. When Oloye Sunday Igboho called for help, and people responded in kind all over the world, different stories started popping up. First, how come they paid so much money for buses just because they want to be going into different, forest and the rest of that? For those who want to be politically correct, but for those who understand the logic behind having your own unfettered, unhindered financial access for any struggle whatsoever, it's like already like the struggle is like half won. If you have any means that your source of funding is never interrupted. Have you noticed that the moment terrorists took over power in Nigeria and the terrorist apologists took over power in Nigeria, the source of funding for terrorists in Nigeria increased, skyrocketed, they expanded, they became more sophisticated. Did you notice that, by the way? That's the logic. So when these guys, and to them, they've conquered everywhere, they could just block your account anytime they want to block your account, and you have no access to your money, even if you have billions. They could do a lot of things. That is what the control they believe they had was. But for the IPOB, they didn't understand how they are raising their fund, how they are getting all of this money all together, how they are able to get all the resources, how they are able to get people to say, yes, we'll do it. Yes, we'll stand up. To those who are only interested in money, and maybe whether Nnamdi Kanu is flying private jets, flying first class or whatever it is, for those of you who are only concerned about that, for those who are holding us hostage or believe they are holding us hostage, that access to such money is dangerous. It is a threat to what they believe they have achieved. And when they put a target on the back of Oloye Sunday Igboho, it wasn't a target of arresting him. It was a target of killing him. Maybe if it's no longer the rallying figure, if it's no longer the you know what I mean, the main person that comes out and say, let us do it. You think you are mocking him when you are saying Yoruba Nation, Yoruba Nation. Trust me, Ile Omo Yoruba would have been our language if we were never muddled up in this messy contraption called Nigeria. We'll probably be speaking Yoruba. And there will never be any reason for Oloye Sunday Igboho, even you, to even say is saying Yoruba nation, but they knew how strong of a force he is. And no matter how strong you are in Nigeria, Nigeria government will crush you as long as they know your source of funding, the means of your survival. But this generation changed it for all of them. There is no more go and queue in the bank to go and take a teller and fill a teller and say, I want to pay and support IPOB. They say, we have seen some people coming to our bank to pay and support IPOB. You don't have to anymore. We changed it for them, and they could no longer control or manage the source of funding for all of this struggle. What did they do? They furthered their propaganda, hiding their failure, which prompted this whole agitation in the first place. If there was equity, if there is justice, if there's fairness, if there's not all this madness, there will be no agitation for Biafra. There will be no agitation for Yoruba nation. There will be no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There will be no Oloye Sunday. But there will be no all of this. Maybe if they are, they will be in a different form. Not like this. The failure, those who failed, continue to spend more money to hoodwink those they have already brainwashed, subjected to believe that Nigeria can still work. It is some people's mistake that is making it like this, not knowing that it's actually projected and planned to fail. So innocent people who said we will not be part of this are being rounded up all over the country. Well, all over the southern Nigeria, to be precise. It has become so obvious that Miyetti Allah, the number one terrorist organization in the whole of Africa. The reason is this. So, you see the Fulani terrorists, they are called the fourth deadliest terrorist group in the whole world. There are terrorist groups in the world. You see those ones they are pardoning in Nigeria. Those ones Boko Haram is looking for 368 grazing route for. They are known as the fourth deadliest terrorist group in the whole world. And let me shock you. It is only in Nigeria that they have an organization that represents them and speaks for them. And they have the backing of the government of that country. It is only in Nigeria. There's nowhere else. And that organization that speaks for them is called Miyetti Allah. Now, let me tell you how dangerous this is, right? Miyetti Allah call themselves Makban. Miyetti Allah Katu, wherever, Association of Nigeria. But they are more than that. That is just the face. They act as negotiators between victims, the kidnapped victims, and their family members, those who will pay ransom. So Miyetti Allah acts as middleman between the government and the victims of kidnapping, especially when they have to develop a quick, hurried voucher for security reason. Miyetti Allah is domiciled in more than 25 government houses in Nigeria, including in eastern Nigeria, confirmed, verified, and out there. Let's take Anambra State, for example. So they have become so influential that the presidency of Nigeria, led by Garbage Shehu, seconded by Femi Okonu-Adesina, these two guys have defended Miyetti Allah repeatedly, right? And they said Miyetti Allah is not different from Afenifere, the Yoruba socio-cultural group, the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, the Igbo People's socio-political group. They have compared them with Miyetti Allah. And here is the difference. Miyetti Allah they will order state governors to change their state laws to protect and defend the rights of every Fulani herdsman in their vicinity, including when they commit crime. These coded arrangements exist in more than 25 states in Nigeria. They are so powerful, right? That when you are discussing insecurity in any part of southern Nigeria, if they are not invited, trust me, that meeting is inconsequential. That was exactly what happened when the southern governors came together and said, our own way of controlling this kind of raging anger, division, and even this murder, this increasing crime that is so alien to our own people. 6 years ago, we weren't like this, so attacked. So they eventually listened to the people. They said, we're going to ban it. One of them came out and he said, it's not going to ban anything. That's the Imo State governor. But I've shown you, Imo State, it's not part of the state that you have open grazing. Meanwhile, they have a law in Imo State from 2006 under Achike Udenwa, the former governor then, right? This was what prompted the southern governors, elected governors, so supposed elected governors. They came together. They said, it doesn't make any sense in this 21st century. Your tradition. What do you mean your tradition says you have to roam your cows? If your tradition says you have to roam your cows, does that mean that your cows must trespass, including if they have to cross countries? This doesn't make any sense. Listen, if you want to run your cow business, it is a private business. If you want government subsidy, sure, you can get it. You have your people in power. Seek for government subsidy, buy lands where you have to, build irrigation system where you can grow grass. I mean, people do that these days. Ranches, build them, you make more money. Don't roam these cows on the street. What would your cows be feeding on when they are seen on the street of Lagos, when they are seen on the street of Abeokuta, when your cows are competing with cars on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, your cows running helter-skelter on Fort Midland Bridge? What benefit is that to your culture and even to the culture of the people living in this century? I mean, common sense, right? That didn't go well with Miyetti Allah. That didn't go well either with the Presidency. That didn't go well with many of them from northern Nigeria, especially the elites. Immediately that southern Nigerian came out, governors came out and they said, we are banning open grazing. All air let loose. That's what happened. Threat upon threats, political threats, security threats, 2023 threats, intimidation, harassment, and more continue to happen from the same people who are forgiving terrorists in Nigeria today. First, they went for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And using their own intelligence report and all of that, in collaboration with the government of Kenya, they kidnapped him. And let me say this just for the sake of my viewers, especially some of you who don't know that social media these days is so big, so huge than what you can imagine. And for everything you drop out there, some people are picking them. They don't react, but they read and they actually act on them. They don't react, but they act on them. The hulabalu, the bad blood, and all of that people have managed to create simply because of the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the rogue government of Nigeria under Buhari, accusing yourselves. Now this person give them information. Now that person, they work with this person. Now that person collect money from that person. You are 100% sure you received an information that this person is. Come on, people. I know you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I can't imagine how shocking, how many of you actually managed the shock. Some of us have managed to come over the shock, live in the reality, and continue to gather support until the right thing is done. But you see, accusing yourselves, now this person, they do this, now that person, they do this. You are not helping him. You are not helping the cause. You are not helping the Biafra struggle, but people are following, they are reading. I told somebody sometimes ago, I said, the poor education in Nigeria has done a lot of damages to people. That if they don't, that you see, when people found themselves, whenever Nigerians find themselves in a situation that they can't explain, it is very, very convenient to build a new reality that will take them out of that real thing. In the process of trying to live that reality, a lot of things will happen. People would first start asking questions. When they can't find answers or any satisfactory answers, then they will need to make up their own answers with maybe, what if, maybe it is, oh, maybe it was there, or maybe somebody, okay, so you know what I mean now. Then they'll begin to believe the maybe. It's true. It was somebody set him up. Somebody called you. Then they'll go further. Who is that somebody? Then at that moment, they need somebody. Just anybody. I know this person is working with DSS. Now that one is giving DSS information as if to say, now so it be. You don't have a clue of what a government is. We can all sit down here and say all things that we like about Bukwari, about the rest of them. But if you do really understand the power that they are sitting on, the power that they are wielding, and the danger of such power in their hands, which actually got Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they're screaming and screaming as he's always been like that, trying to tell you, do you understand? Do you even have a clue? Nigeria is the biggest black nation on earth. By size, by standard, not because Nigeria no get ammo. Nigeria is the biggest military in the entire Africa. No joke. This time around, no joke. And when you say Nigeria is the biggest military, it includes intelligence. But the reason why Nigeria is useless as it is because it is structured that all that power, all that control can be in the hand of one person and he can do whatever he likes. The government has that Nigeria that you see so. It has so much power that it can influence any country in the entire Africa. Any country. It doesn't matter how fancy, how better you think that country is to Nigeria. To do anything for Nigeria, for something. Including to help them track Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why they say if you give a madman power, if he should use it, it is that same power that can make them track you, track anyone who say anything about Boko Haram. It's not because they can't hide. It's because you can't. If they want you, they will find you. It now depends on what kind of people are trying to keep you away from them. Let me give you an example. You see the picture that they paint to all of us about Syria and the powerful family ruling Syria, the Assad family. And the powerful picture they painted for you about Saddam Hussein and how he managed to keep Iraq until America came. Those images are the true horror part of what power can be in the hand of a madman. And he will still have allies. He will still have friends that will say they are just necessity. Now, Nigeria has so much in that regard that whoever has that power, like Nigeria is under Boko Haram now, where he uses that power to continue to kill innocent people. He uses that power to continue to protect the real terrorists while the victims of terrorism are abandoned. Yet, he still has friends all over the world. You know why? It's not because of Boko Haram. It is because of the size and the influence of what Nigeria is in this present world. It doesn't favor me, it doesn't favor you. It may favor those from outside. We may not have friends out there and the rest of that. But you see those people out there too. They also know that if those in charge of that power in Nigeria, wherever you are, if they are going to lose that power, it is going to start from within. And for the first time, this is the first time that you are seeing people agitating to break away from Nigeria, not the politician threatening to break away. This is the first time. So the crack in the wall that you have been told of is about to happen, because it can only break from within. And that's why I said Boko Haram is doing a great job. Dayo Elisha, thank you very much for your super sticker. And I think I got another one from Olanike Tubo. Thank you. So it's a big thing that if Nigeria is going to break, it has to break from within. And the pointers are now there. So those who hold the power now, the only thing they believe they could probably push and make happen is if they stamp their foot once and for all and pursue an agenda that if you are against it, you are just for your own death. So when the southern governor said, we are banning open grazing, Miyetti came out and they said, if you do that, we will not obey. Another group came out and they said, forget about 2023. All of you from the south. In fact, we are not even ready to give up the power. And I said, the people that has the power to track everyone, the people that has the power to go into people's home in the middle of the night and kill people, innocent people, the same people have the power to track those who are causing us to say we want to leave. I mean, this didn't just happen overnight. I keep saying that.
People didn't just wake up and said, we are going to break up Nigeria. We are going to leave Nigeria. As many people want us to believe today. Say, Nnamdi Kanu should have been ready to negotiate. I said, how? They said they declared him wanted. He wasn't declared wanted. It was a fatwa on him. Whenever they said they declared anybody wanted in Nigeria right now, with this jihadist government, the Taliban government in Nigeria, they are not declaring you wanted, they are declaring you dead. So, when I was talking about power and influence, I was trying to tell you that you are overrating some of these people on social media. If you are one of those who believe that some people are giving information to DSS about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some people are going to betray him, all these things that you think they are the answers to the shock and the surprise kidnap and extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are making them up to sound like your own answer to the answers you have been looking for. How did they even get him? How many countries rejected their offers? Have you asked yourself that? And when you talk about Interpol, for goodness sake, you and me, I don't know if you, except if you have never traveled out of Nigeria, Abi. Our biometric, our fingerprint is everywhere. I think that started since 2010. So, which simply means, with the social media and everywhere, my brothers and sisters, even if you change your name, even if you do facial transplant or what have you, if they still get your fingerprint, they will still check and it will still flag up. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been traveling everywhere since 2019. We have seen him everywhere. How many countries rejected the request of Nigeria to help them kidnap him? How many? Until Kenya did the job. Some people they are working with the DSS to keep our leader in detention. Can you please stop being mad enough to reason? Can you please be reasonable enough to tell yourselves that there are those who have been politically correct for so long that even if they want to change their mind about Nigeria, or let me say, if they don't agree with Biafra and what have you, every day, Boko Haram and gang continue to make them feel like, some of them are beginning to say, man, if like say, Kanu was right after all. Man, these IPOB guys, they've been right after all. Do you get that now? But when you go out there and you start accusing yourselves, this one is working with DSS. I have 100% information. Baba, 100% information from where? From that your beer parlor in Enugu or Aba or where? Or in Lagos. Can you please, guys, stop being stupid? If I have to be very, very honest and straightforward with you. Some of you are still going to be stupid anyway because, being stupid is kind of, genetic. They say you can't help it. But not to be stupid is to ask yourself some critical questions and you'll get some answers and you will probably be a little bit smart with what you say on social media, accusing yourself. Now this one betray our leader. Now that one betray our leader. Now I have it. Somebody told me. I had a vision. Somebody predicted it. Some blah, 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 blah. Do you think you are smarter enough? Smarter than Nigeria and the agents looking for you? Or is it because those criminals chose not to go after the terrorists? Because they are now the terrorists? Using all the intel, all the resources of Nigeria where they can fly people, they can send private jet to military jet to go and bring terrorists from another country to Nigeria, no consequences. Do you think they can't do anything? You are destroying yourselves by doing so, but don't think you are actually going to destroy the struggle in any way. So reading about that, that's why I'm mentioning that. I needed to mention that. I've always wanted to talk about it. stop accusing yourselves. As you have it in Biafra land today, it seems that now the people, they control whatever they want to do now. They don't listen to all of you fighting yourselves on social media anymore. Every Monday, it's now holiday now for Biafra land. So they said they would do that until the leader is released. That is the right thing to do. Not bickering, not fighting, not abusing, attacking yourselves, trying to bring yourselves down. Hey, why is he not broadcasting on Biafra radio? Why are you not broadcasting on Biafra radio? Can you not do something on there? Hey, he's using our leader to, oh dear, come on. Can you not just use the same leader to also go and open YouTube and open Facebook and all of that? But I decided to mention it because those who didn't call for let us have Biafra, let us have Oduduwa Republic, those politicians, like I said, for the first time, when people say, we're going to break up Nigeria, for the first time, it's being done by people who are not politicians. Then some people are now saying, instead of asking to break up, why can't they just negotiate and then have, a kind of a referendum or a restructuring? Say, Baba, are you not alive all this while when people have been asking for restructuring? Even this APC, Egbekegbe, Tifnumbu and gang, they campaigned for restructuring. They told you they will give you state police. They told you that they will get rid of a Boko Haram in 3 months. They told you that your naira will become $1. They told you that you will be buying a liter of petroleum for how much? 47 naira per liter. They told you that they will be paying you unemployment allowance. If you're a graduate, you'll be collecting money before you get job. They told all of you that, they told you a lot of things. Restructuring was one of them. 6 years after that, they said Boko Haram doesn't even understand what is restructuring. Now people are asking for something different. And they said, okay, those who are asking for this, they didn't wake up and start asking for that. Some people pushed us to this level when we can no longer feel safe. When we are no longer safe anyway, where our people are now refugees in Benin Republic. Maybe just for a reminder, before I play you my next video, February 2021.
Due to that crisis, Fulani crisis that was occurred at our country. That's the reason why we migrated to this place. We are forcefully migrated to this place due to that by force. It's not by willingness. Women. Man or women. How much man or women? Only you. Dying here. Both the women and men migrated from that area. No. And then people died.
But I say how many people they kill there?
There are too many people. But that our many people. Many people have lost their lives. People are still migrating because of that. At Ondo and other areas. What happened? It's because of the Fulani crisis. Fulani, they are killing the people anyhow. They are killing the people anyhow. They will move from any from one village to another. They will migrate from one place to another. They just keep people. That's the reason why the people are scared. They move down to
February 2021. That was about 6 months ago. They were running away. That place is Pobe in Benin Republic. Those people escaped from Fulani terrorists in Ogun State. Yewa North, local government area of Ogun State. The whole area have been, Small communities. They will move like that man described. They move from one village to another. They just kill everybody, run away so that you can abandon your land. And before you come back, they would have resettled there. Their family, their everything, and they will rename the place. That is what is happening, that they are telling you that people are overreacting and what have you. And that's how we got to this stage. The governors know all of this. They know the story. But for political, what have you, they kept mute until they came out to say, yes, okay, yeah, fine. We're going to ban open grazing. And today, the 31st of August, is the last day that you would expect any cow to roam any part of, some part of Yoruba land. And they are still free to roam everywhere, unfortunately. In so many parts of the eastern Nigeria and majority part of, not majority, because the River States they've also signed the law. So if you see cow for River States now for Suya, and anybody they see with cow. Now, these are measures, but we also know that how are they going to really do it? Good question. We don't know. But what is going to be the repercussion for all of this? We have an idea. Yeah. There's going to be heads that will roll, but most of the heads that will roll are not going to be the heads of the saboteurs in Yoruba land or in Igbo land. They're going to be the heads of the innocent people. And that is where I come to the part of my good news. It's a good news for me. Everything is not bleak and bleak. Okay. I told you yesterday that Malamu, the Attorney General of Nigeria, which is in charge of this jihadi law in Nigeria, he got a bloody nose just 2 days ago when he tried again to lift the court order that banned them, that actually, restrained them from going further in harassing or arresting the Yoruba Nation agitators, campaigners, including Oloye Sunday Igboho. Remember that we've had all the Oduduwa 12 fulfilled all their evil and, satanic bail conditions. Remember, they fulfilled that, and then they told us that the judge that will sign their release traveled out of Nigeria, delayed them for another week, and then they finally, but before then, the same Daura Secret Service, DSS, approached courts, asking courts that just released people on bail to give them the right to detain them further. That failed as well, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, they decided to release them yesterday. Okay? And not all of them. Again, what could have happened? They said it was for technical reason. That was why even the lady among them, Lady K, a lady, imagine locking up a woman in order to satisfy the bloody madness of a tyrant. Locking up a woman who has only expressed her fundamental right to self-determination, the free speech, for goodness sake, the freedom of association, peaceful association, peaceful rally. They kill people right before her, and they locked her up for 2 solid months for doing absolute nothing. And when their technical problem will come, she became part of the technical problem. So they released 8. And something really touched me before I even shared that with you. And that moment, that after all of this,
after this torture that we have been told of what they have been subjected to, after what these men have been through for doing absolute nothing illegal, their spirits remained strong. You know how I found out? This is how I found out. After that time, in the whole of Bokwari and his evil agents, hunting innocent people, hunting and killing activists, jailing activists illegally, and they are there rehabilitating terrorists. I mean, I don't imagine how much of this, when this guy came out, this trolling that these Buhari idiots, these cyberbarians, have really trolled them. Upon all that, when they came out, that moment, they did this.
Thank you, guys. We are proud of you. You may not know what you are doing. I mean, what you are doing. You may not know. Some people may not even understand that you guys have become the heroes and the heroine of the struggle. Oloye Sunday Igboho also spoke from Benin Republic. Good news too. Listen, let me tell you something. Some people will say, what is the update on Oloye Sunday Igboho? Why is he still in prison and all of that? Listen, Benin Republic is not Nigeria. And one thing I have learned in this whole thing in the past years is that sometimes the only weapon you have is time. And the only way to use your weapon is patience. Benin Republic is a place they said they stopped Oloye Sunday Igboho because they received an Interpol alert that he is traveling through Benin. If they see him traveling through Benin Republic, they should stop him. So he was stopped with his wife and they put them in their custody. On that note, they were waiting for Nigeria to bring the case against him. His own lawyers who responded to his arrest, they managed within 2 days or so, they got his wife released because on the note that he was wanted by Nigeria, that was the beginning, right? Then Nigeria didn't want anything to do with court. They decided they wanted him back by all force. While his lawyers were pursuing the accusation of, he is traveling through Benin Republic. What could be the offense? Was he traveling with a Nigerian passport? If he's traveling with Nigerian passport, he doesn't need any visa in Benin Republic. All he needs to do is just is in transit. If he's wanted for anything from Nigeria, or let me say, if he's traveling with a Benin Republic passport, then he's committed a crime in Benin Republic. Now, let us go to your court and tell us what his offense was. They got to the first judge, the second judge. It was pretty much about, they stopped him because Nigeria asked for him. They got to the third judge that would then decide, okay, Nigeria, come and present your case. Then the case changed. They said, no. We are not holding him because Nigeria wanted him. We are holding him for another offense. The one that he committed last night, where the night he came to Benin Republic. Say, okay, what does that even mean? He said, well, if that is not what they are investigating, then I'm not going to be able to judge this.
you can now go back to the first judge that investigated why he was arrested. Do you understand that? And they said that's how their own court work in Benin Republic. So they go back, they are back to the first judge. When they go back to him, they now said, that one now said, oh, in the offense, they are doing investigation. So they will give them a date that they will now come and defend the offense. And they say in Benin Republic, you have to wait for them to give you dates. Or you can pressure them to give you dates. Say you know, say in Nigeria, they play trick there. So that's the story. Now, they are now waiting for that judge to say, okay, this is the offense. Why they are waiting? Now that it is no longer Nigeria that wanted him, since Nigeria is not Nigeria case anymore, okay, fine. If it's Benin Republic case, okay, we don't even want him to go back to Nigeria. Because if you go back to Nigeria where they try to kill him, they will kill him. So we just want him to get an asylum here and continue his journey to wherever he's going. If you cannot, if you give us a date for whatever you are holding him, that is what we are all waiting for now. And I am so happy that as much as the wait is a little bit torturous for us, it's like a torture for so many people. What is the update? Maiyegun, what is the update on my Oloye Igboho? Do you know that many people who are on social media, presenters, vloggers, YouTubers, everyone in this Yoruba struggle, they have managed never to accuse anybody of working for DSS or working to keep Oloye Igboho there. There might be fringes of people saying all manner of things because they are trying to establish their own suspicion. But somehow, even though we don't trust or we believe that we believe that those who should have gotten Oloye Sunday Igboho out of that place, they are not doing enough. But we are not accusing ourselves of anything. That's something. But the good news is that those who declared him wanted without any court warrant, any court order, another legitimate court has stopped them to stop that nonsense and that madness. So there is no case against him, as just like there's never any case against him. But you see, this moment is a moment I have to say, to say thank you to Omoyele Sowore and crew. Barrister Olajem Gbesi, I don't know if I pronounced that right. There are people fighting, even though they are fighting a tyrannical system that deliberately turned on the innocent people to sacrifice them for the war they never asked for. The Biafrans didn't ask for war. Yorubas didn't ask for war. The Middle Beltans didn't ask for war. The Benue people didn't ask for war. Being part of Nigeria is like signing up for a war that you never really asked for, and then you'll be blamed for trying to defend yourself. But you see these guys, they are the soldiers without guns. They are the soldiers of law in the lawless Nigeria, still managing to stand up for the just. If it be me, if it be you, there will always be them that will stand up for us. Barrister Femi Falana chamber and this Barrister Olajem Gbesi and his own chamber in Abuja. This moment, we cherish it.
My name. Where? If I slap you, you come late. Are we live? Yes, sir.
The people wey the useless SSS arrest for
Lawless.
Chief Sunday Igboho, They just released them, some part of them now. And so that's what we are doing, we're trying to address. Gentlemen, hey, sometimes today, just say to me. So today, you particularly, you have to say to me. Please, I'll be paying my debt very soon. Hopefully tomorrow. God bless you. Because there's emotional distress. All right. So, Brother Sunday, when she told me to call you for Brother Sunday, can you launch account today? Yeah. Look, I didn't say, sorry, I didn't mention something to you people. Okay. The people that SSS claimed that that they killed in Gondwell, those people were actually hiding in bathroom. Yes. Hiding in bathroom, trying to prevent themselves from it was actual because SSS got into the room, any room they get into, they just start spraying the bullets, start shooting. So these people, those people were like harmless, they were hiding, they were in the dark. As a matter of fact, one of the persons killed was killed because he's blind, he couldn't see. You know? 2 persons. One was blind, he couldn't see very well. One of them was in the bathroom. Is anybody there on spring? Then the second one is blind.
So you know their whereabouts. You know the whereabouts of their bodies.
The 2 people killed inside the Loye Sunday Igboho's house. You heard them there, yeah? They killed them. One of them was even hiding from them. And they got in there, said, is anybody there? And when the moment he said yes, they just shot and killed him there. But their report said they found guns, they found this, they found that. And they made, what's that guy's name? Efunaya, an Igbo man, to read the communique. And said they found this, they found that. And the Were Fulanis who are behind the whole thing, the whole killing, those who put the target behind the back of Oloye Sunday Igboho, and every Yoruba son and daughter that ever stands up and say enough from this whole thing, right? And you become a target and they have to kill you. The DSS will parade you. Look at those they are parading there and those who are the spokesperson for the Nigerian military. You see the Igbo man, you see a Yoruba man, they are the spokesperson. When they send their killers in to murder innocent people, kill innocent people, accuse them of what they didn't do, and bring out weapons, all manner of weapons, accuse them of running guns and the rest of that. Then you see an Igbo man, you see a Yoruba man writing the press release, doing the intellectual gymnastic, speaking grammar, explaining things for us, telling us that they deserve to be killed for simply asking to have their own country. People were killed. They were massacred. They were assassinated. That's a crime. They committed no crime. There is no court that said they should go and look for them. While terrorists are getting graduation. Not just getting graduation, no. They are getting paid. You get what I mean now? No joke.
An issue, okay? But and yes, we offered them money. We said, look, if we have to pay you not to kill our people, we're happy to do it.
Is that the only solution that you're adopting to pay them to stop the killing?
That is the only solution we can see. If anyone has a better solution, he should give us. If
Do you have any better solution than to pay terrorists and kill the activists? Of course you don't, than to ask them to break the whole thing up. There's no better solution than for them to break the whole thing up. I mean, peacefully, than this whole contraption of a thing. But somebody warned us again. I mean, so recently, they declared him wanted too. Commodore Kunle Olawumi. I'm so happy when the image popped up today that, he decided to go and honor the invitation. These Janjaweed criminals are not monsters. They just want to pretend to be one. They can't do more than kill. What else can they do? Somebody told them the truth because he was there. He investigated the terrorists. He's investigated those who have now become ministers under Boko Haram, who have been part of terrorism as far back as 2007. One of them was a jihadi leader. In the same Jos or where have you. His name is Issa Pandemic, Issa Patantami. He's the Minister of Communication now. This man came out and he told us that, listen, guys, Boko Haram is not interested in ending any kind of terrorism. They are funding it. Then they declared him wanted.
Years. It has always been the case. Our problem is religion and social-cultural. I mean, people will expect me to come here and start talking about kinetics, about operation and so on. I've been an operational commander all my life. I've commanded warships, I've commanded troops, I've commanded men outside Nigeria and so on. But I'm not going to come to your station to discuss kinetics. The problem is not kinetics. In 2017, 2016, I'm always a member of the Security and Intelligence Brief at the Defense Headquarters. I told them, General Lawrence Shakin then, that the challenge we have in this country cannot be solved the same way we solved the problem of Niger Delta. The Niger Delta problem was solved during Yaradua time, basically by me. And I told them that we can't use that same template for Boko Haram. I told General Lawrence Shakin to look at the center of gravity of the problem. And we all came together. I was made a member of the committee, including Atahiru that just died was a member of that committee in 2016, 2017. And we came to a conclusion after several arguments. And the arguments were three. To identify the center of gravity of the problem, one group said it is the fighters. The Boko Haram fighters are the center of gravity, so we should go after them. Another group said the center of gravity of Boko Haram is Abubakar Shekau. So if we go after Abubakar Shekau, then the problem of Boko Haram will be solved. I took exception to the group. I said that is not the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram insurgency that we were having between that 2012 and 2017. And General Shakin asked me, allow me, why are you giving problem? What is the problem? Give us the answer. And I told General Shakin that if I tell you the answer, you are not going to be able to solve the problem. He said, what is the problem? I said, the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us. Because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. Yep. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them. When you say we, who? I was in the military intelligence. Okay. And the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that could have resolved that problem. Because you need to arrest people. And recently, 400 people were gathered as sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that Buhari government has refused to try them?
So the government knows sponsors of Boko Haram?
Of course, it's in the news. In April this year, the government said they have arrested 400 Bureau de Change related, people that were sponsoring Boko Haram. They told us. And Abu Dhabi also helped us to arrest few Nigerians tried them, we know them. Why can't this government, if not that they are partisan and they are actually part of the charade that is going on, why can't they bring those people out for trial?
So the Bureau de Change operators on the one hand, but you particularly said people in government. Are those part of the Bureau de Change, or those people that you say are in government are still there, government is aware and government is condoning them?
The people I mentioned that are in government are not these ones they just arrested. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. Yeah. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on the air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that we arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause...
Now, serious thing. Yeah? And that interview shook everywhere. So they invited him. No, they declared him wanted. And people said, what did they do these people, Seth? Every small thing you declare people wanted. Every small thing you don't go there with guns and everything. They said, oh, no. We didn't declare him wanted, though. We invited him. Okay, if you are going to invite him, they said we are inviting him to come and give us more information on how to resolve the insecurity. Are they not mad? Are they not mad? Somebody told all of us that you said you arrested 400 people. Bureau de Change and the rest of them sponsoring Boko Haram. Try them, put them in court. If they no longer get money to do anything, to buy a weapon, sure they will be able to do terrorism. You lie to people that you have 400 people. Put them out. Which one is it should come and tell you? And if you are doubting who is talking about in government, all of us know who he is talking about, and he's a minister. But before I even go there, guys, to be honest, let's be clear, right? Even though they said the maybe not third wave or Delta variant or what have you, coronavirus they make us do social distancing. You can't have over 2,000 of us on YouTube right now, and we only have just about 750 of us that could give that thumb up. Good enough. The guys who always give the thumb down, they haven't realized to do it yet. So give me that thumb up. If this is your first time of watching Maiyegun tonight, you can easily just subscribe, just a second before we continue on this program tonight. Thank you. If you are thinking of which minister be that, who is that? Somebody told us another thing. They are just to refresh your mind.
Whole country working together, not just the army. Now, to get the whole country working together, there are some things you don't allow. I'm going to say, for instance, that the presidency has a few questions to answer. Because if you want to build the confidence of the people, there are some things that we must never allow. I'm going to tell you that apart from the minimum ones I've mentioned, the major one that is undermining the effort of this war right now is the fact that in 2004, I was involved in an evacuation. Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, they had just slaughtered one boy in their mosque. A young Christian, Sunday Achi was his name. When I got there, the other students who had fatwas on them that were meant to be killed in a university, we evacuated them, brought them to Lagos. Like I said, I worked with CAN presidents through the years. And this has been happening through the years, so it's not as if it's a Buhari era thing. It's just that the buck stops at the table of leadership. Now, the major question we're asking ourselves is this. The young boys that we interviewed then, the testimonies we took, the person who put a fatwa on them and supervised the killing of one of them is a federal minister now. even after he was exposed globally. You see, how on earth do we want to... I mean, we are one of the people who are rallying people and saying, look, this thing is not religious. It is a religious cover. The best way we can win in Nigeria is, first of all, to blow the religious cover. It is not religious. It is not religious. But when a man who supervised the killing of a... And he was 31 years old then. So how do we give such an excuse? Who's going to listen to this?
Pastor Thompson, if you say you supervised the killing...
the evacuation.
The evacuation.
I supervised the evacuation. The guys supervised the killing.
That's what I'm saying.
I spoke to the people involved not too long ago. They are still shaking.
You were not there, sir.
I evacuated the students and I spoke to them.
Okay, so because this is, the minister is not here to be able to say his own side of what's going on. So we're just
apart from that, globally, he was on Al Qaeda's website, globally, posting stuff in recent years.
He's talking about Isa pandemic, Isa Patantami, the sheikh who was friend to Abubakar Muhammad Yusuf, the founder of Boko Haram, the one they killed in police detention after they used him for political, political abracadabra. So, political thug, Alpha, where they speak Larubawa, as far where they speak Larubawa, where they speak Arabic. So the guy used the religion to help them do all the children. You see all those children that are voting, that you see in every election, those children. 4 years old, 5 years old with voters card. Now from their own afar, then they get the voters card. Now their affairs, they keep all the voters card. Every election, politicians don't joke with them. So they used Muhammad Yusuf to take over power in Borno. And after that, they made him a commissioner of a youth, special advisor to the governor on youth matter. And when they were done with him, they dumped him. And they went for him because they felt like they could it's going to be a trouble. Indeed, trouble it became. How? When they arrested him, many of his boys who were like his peers, just like Isa pandemic, they ran into the forest. They killed Muhammad Yusuf. And that is why he was crying, you man are you know gonna PDP, PDP, all this nonsense he was doing then. He's now a minister living in a mansion in Abuja. He could have been living in the forest, in Sambisa forest, as we speak. Good enough. He's done well for himself. Jihadi government took over power in Nigeria. They compensated him, put him in a palace, like the Taliban who lived in the forest for 20 years. Now they are back in the palace now, and they can act exactly like they would love the forest to be. It's a pandemic. He's done well for himself. He's the minister of communication in Nigeria. As smart as you are, as fintech as you call yourself in Nigeria, it's a pandemic. Isa Patantami is the one in charge. A jihadist is the one in charge of Nigeria Communication Ministry. Let that sink in. Let it sink. Every text message, bulk SMS. Oh yeah, make all of us meet for Ojota tomorrow. Hello, are you going to Ojota? We are going to go there. It's a pandemic is listening to you. All of you, everywhere. Because you handed over the Nigeria to terrorists. Somebody said, I don't understand at all. Lady B, what is it you don't understand? All the names. Don't worry. You get used to it, except if you're just joking anyway. People know those names, and now we use them in and out. So Isa Pandemic is now the minister in Nigeria. That's somebody that could be a shekau. If he's not there in Abuja, if there is no Bokwari in Nigeria, Isa Pandemic will never have any access to your data, have access to your phone line, have access to your WhatsApp. That is why they are putting money together. They said they want to tap your WhatsApp call. It's important. The terrorists that are in power, you guys are going to try to get out. You want to break away. You want to have your own country. Some of you want to run out of Nigeria to fight from outside. They know all the communication. They know all your text messages, your emails, your everything. Come on. You handed over the country to them. So that's why when they felt like Biafrans
have access to money and they don't have bank accounts in Nigeria. How did they take do it? It's be that they say, then people say, oh, we're going to start, people should start using cryptocurrency, you know, crypto. You can keep your money safe away from these lunatics who are pickpockets, everything. People where they steal money from dead people. So they know the power of money. If you want to fight anything, you need to have money. If you don't have money, you need to have sponsor. If you don't have a major sponsor, then you need to crowdfund. And when you crowdfund and it is consistent, Baba, there is no fight where you know if you fight. That's why people can't shut me down. You can't do anything to me. I've got a very strong base. We know too many. You see this small temple where you see here, so this small temple of truth, we are so strong rooted, like deep rooted. You can't do anything for me. You can't do anything to me. You know why? Because I've got a better war chest that can manage my own crusade, that can never derail. They can't say, Maiyegun, you don't collect money. I'll say, from who? Because you can't derail. I've got the base, I've built it. It's so strong. And it can only get better. So that is my own for small chicken Maiyegun. Now look at IPOB, who have members in over 145 countries, dedicated members, educated people, professionals, successful people in their own different fields, who want Biafra, but they don't probably know how to speak so eloquently about it. But you are doing it, we will support you. And they do. So that is power. Before now, they will say, now Chivese, they support them. They say, that Chivese, that billionaire. You know what? All his importation this year, ban everything. You see all those his loan that he collected from bank. Bank, oh yeah, call him, tell him, say, the loan don't mature, may he come pay. We want to seize his property. But those days are gone. Look at the NSAS. Look at how those young people raise fund, organized, mobilized, and they remain consistent. This is 21st century. Now, that is something that triggers them. How could you guys have so much that they said they wanted to raise 50 million for Oloye Sunday Igboho and every dedicated Yoruba sons and daughters who is ready to defend Yoruba land? 50 million, hey, within just 5 days, so they don't raise 15 million, no. Hey, I don't start. Hey, them be thief. They want steal money. They want to use Yoruba nation to make money. Blah, 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 blah. That is coming from those on-board slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, those who have accepted their own fate that now in a year, we die here. Nobody, they break up. You die in hell. There are people that are going to try and make hell hellish for the hell controllers, the gatekeepers. Those are the people like us. How could they raise money like that? How did the money even get here? Small time, they don't buy buses. Waiting, blah, blah. Oh boy, that is power. That is something that got them so mad, raging. Because they control everything. So if you see people who are doing what they can, and they are making a serious impact, like what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done. You don't have to like him. I keep telling people, listen, you don't really need to like everybody. And in fact, if you found yourself in a position like myself, me, Maiyegun, I don't care if you like me, but I appreciate it too if you like me, because I've got friends who have proved to me that they actually love me sincerely. I can't start telling you about them. I don't care if you don't like me or if you like me, but we appreciate it, and I do appreciate it for those who publicly express it. I love you, and I'll say, I love you too. But you don't owe me that. But you can disagree with many of us. You may not like our tone. You may not like the way we say it. We may be so crude. Sometimes we may be so rude. I understand. But if you take a moment and see beyond that rudeness, that crudity, that every other thing that, that puts you off, If you can take a moment and just look beyond that for just about a minute and be like, then you realize that we can actually be soulmates, because whatever it is, we are in that mess altogether. We may live in denial of it, directly or indirectly. We are all involved in this. And I said, listen, it is not a competition. Be grateful, be thankful that you have the voice to make an impact. Because for everyone who is doing it, you are actually like stabbing them in the heart, deep down, deep down. How could you guys have this courage? You are fighting against Nigeria. You may think you are fighting against the Fulani oligarch, Fulani, supremacy, blah, 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 nonsense. But no, these guys they are holding the power that should have kept Nigeria and the entire Nigeria like a proper country, something that breeds respect. They are holding it against the rest of us, and that is bigger than them. And if you really want to crush this, you crush it from inside and you crush it to the ground. Yes, you grab them piece by piece. I love that. Grab them piece by piece. But you don't do that by tearing yourselves apart. That's my point. That's the reason for my rant. The southern governors have managed to, let me get my glasses very well so that you and I can read out where, if you come from anywhere in this whole place, right? You can easily tell which of your own governor or your own state assembly is doing you proud when it comes to this safety first. I know some of us have our own, our own shortcomings, our own doubt if they would do or eventually carry it out. But again, I'm going to try and read all these states out.
To negotiate, they say no, na Buhari will be their coordinator. That time, Buhari never be president. And I don't talk you, there is organization here, they call them Meyetiala. Meyetiala, now them they do terrorism, now them they sponsor, now them they get money from government. Their chairman, now police the guide them. For this Abuja, or Ide Abuja here. And they don't take responsibility, say, now they kill people in Benue State. Now they kill people in other parts of the country. And nobody they talk about them. I don't write personally to a president, say, make you arrest these people. Question them that the thing what they do no good. Maybe as they catch them, prosecute them. Everybody go also here. They no feed them. Another one, they say, Fulani nationality movement. Now, them attempted to assassinate me. They wanted to kill me. Now, only God helped me that day. I tell you, these people say Nigeria, now the only country where belongs to them. They don't write them. I have documents to show this. I don't send them to president. I don't send them to police. I don't send them to DSS. These people say, look, nothing will stop them because they wanted this revolution in 1800. And they could not achieve it by Ottoman Danfodio. But now they must take over. That they have the money, they have the power, they have the weapons, and they have everything. So this time they must take over. And they promise that we in Benue State, they go kill us, they go rape our women, they go deal with us, they go finish us because they have all the power. Because they go take over this country, now their own country, where Allah don't give them. And so all these things, the presidency, they have this thing where they talk, and it's in writing. I don't give them. The press handler or Mr. President, the man a lie they talk now. I think that him they will give him name saying a lie Muhammad, make it a lie waka.
Anyway. That's a state governor in Nigeria. For those of you who are watching that video there, right? That is Autumn. Some of them are saying, go and pay salary. They pay salary to dead people, the people that you are killing. Is that why he's not paying salary? Is that blah, blah, blah? That's another reason why Nigeria should break up. Benue State is the food basket of Nigeria. They used to say Benue State alone can feed almost the entire Nigeria and still feed some other African countries, even though they don't need to feed the entire Nigeria. The entire the entire southern Nigeria can feed our own people. We can grow our own food. We can raise our own cows and livestock and what have you. But they used to say Benue na food basket of Nigeria. But the Fulani have ransacked all the villages. They have destroyed everywhere. They have killed. They have turned those farms to burial ground. Killing field, no joke. But well, I hope say another day, feed day, we then go hear this truth. So here are the places where they have banned open grazing, where they haven't, and places where they are still talking about it, and where they don't even talk about it at all. All those white places, they are the places where nothing like that. But you see those red places, listen, I believe it's so tiny. I don't know if you can read them, but I believe you can place your state. If you are from any part of this part, you can place your own state on the map. But I will help. The one on the left, the three on the left in red, those are Oyo State, Osun State, Ogun State. They are now it is now illegal to openly graze your cows in these three Yoruba states. Ondo State signed their own today, so making it 4 states in Yoruba land. Lagos State House of Assembly, they are still waiting. Then, if you go to Delta, currently it's in second reading. If you go to Enugu, it is currently in second reading. In Akwa Ibom, and then we already have it in place as well. The ban of open grazing in southern Nigeria agreed to by the southern governors. Bayelsa has agreed, and they've signed it into law. Rivers State have agreed, and they've signed it into law. Abia State have agreed, and they've signed it into law as well. The other state is Benue State. They've agreed, and they've signed it into law as well. So if you see the green states, these are the states like Plateau State. It is still in the State House of Assembly. Lagos State is still in the State of Assembly. Delta State is in second reading, like I said. Kwara State, there's nothing like ban of open grazing. Niger State is not banning it. Abuja, it is open. Nasarawa, it is open. Kaduna is open. Bauchi, Gombe, Adamawa, and all these places. Ebonyi State, where is Ebonyi? Anambra State, there is no law at all. There's not even any conversation about it. Imo State, they are not even talking about it. And this big one in the middle there, one moment. So, where they are not even talking about it. You have them on there, so wherever you come from, you can, imagine what is likely going to be. Some said the moment you ban open grazing, that is when you invite them to your state. It's because you are living in denial. There are many people living in denial. It won't be just you, okay? Like we say, the injustice, the killing, the insecurity, and every other thing that Bukwari brought upon Nigeria and, APC, Egbekegbe brought upon Nigeria in the last 6 years, they have made something about it. They've nationalized it, and it has become turn by turn Nigeria Limited. It will get to you. It will get to me. It will get to everyone. It's a matter of when. And if you are living in that denial, I will advise you shouldn't, please, for your own sanity, for your own sake, so that you can manage the shock when something you don't expect. Edo State, thank you very much. They are not doing anything about it in Edo State. I don't know where I missed that. Yeah, Edo. There's nothing being done about that in Edo as well. Obaseki probably want to collect his own 6 billion, like Ebonyi State governor, who is denying that he didn't collect any billion.
Southern governors on my count. Let me see how many states. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think out of 17 states in southern Nigeria, only I think only 9 at this point where all of them signed an agreement that they are going to ban open grazing. Only 9 have done so far. So you can ask us where are the rest? Tomorrow is the first. Miyetel have told them, if you try it, forget 2023. And as you know, politicians sacrificing their own people for whatever, anything that will be their own gain. Anything goes. But I'm glad I'm able to see Akere Delu sign this today to put up a little bit of, to raise the bar. Tomorrow is another day. Let's see the reactions start flowing in. Let's see them start jumping out from their own cocoons and start making all different threats. And we continue to document them as well. Continue to mobilize, to continue to sensitize, to continue to tell our people we deserve better. The whole thing may look so fluid to you right now, but trust me, we will find our bearing at the end of the day. Some said, why can't the entire South begin the sit at home every Monday? I said, do not worry. Let everybody continue to use the strategy they know of. And from time to time, let us keep everything on record. And there will be a time that, we will all adopt one that will be generally acceptable by those who want to do our nation, those who want Biafra, those who want revolution now. And at the end of the day, we'll get to where we think we should be. And for those that doubting Thomases, don't doubt us. We want you to place your doubt in how long can Boko Haram help dividing Nigeria? And how long do you think Nigeria will last in the hands of where at this stage that they have brought Nigeria to now? Don't place your doubt in us. Place it in that Nigeria that you think will never break. Some never believed that it would be so easy to discuss about breakup of Nigeria today. Some never believed that there will be a time that we have so much evidence, so much reasons to tell people that they deserve better. Some didn't believe that they will come. But here we are. You still don't believe that Nigeria will break? Give Boko Haram his remaining 2 years. You can come back to us and let's have a talk. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time tonight. Like we say on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, when you click that thumb up under the video, and in this temple of truth, that is your own offering. Giving super chat, super sticker, using PayPal, using every other means to support Maiyegun directly, they are just like going extra. So if you enjoyed the broadcast tonight, don't forget, on YouTube, subscribe onto my channel. Let's go to that 50,000. I told you, we should. Why not? Some said I should be in probably 500,000 now, just like I am on Facebook. I'm like, we started from just about 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 30, 40, 100, 1,000, 2,000, until Maiyegun's Diary got to a stage of almost 600,000. It's only when you tell others. And if you enjoyed this, go on, come on, click on that, subscribe, give me that like, engage with the video. I'm going to see you some other time. Until then, stay safe and stay sharp, and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.